Hey everyone, it's Hindash and I'm here with Timmy, of course. Timmy, say hi, it's been a while. I'm so excited for today's video. It's going to be featuring a full face of Guerlain with one of their most beautiful collections, in my opinion, the Majestic Feathers. I mean, as soon as I saw this packaging, it had all these beautiful feathers, the Meteorites powder and the Phoenix feather in particular caught my attention. I did two looks revolving around the Phoenix and the Peacock, and I'm saving the Songbird look exclusively for YouTube, so I'm really excited. And you know, we love the long form content. I wanted to really dive deep into the making of the look, as always. To me, you're so cute. And to show you Cosmo. So for today's Songbird look, I really wanted to focus on dramatic eyes. I mean, I wanted to play with eyeshadow again. So I created this lifted shape that almost resembles like a bird. I want to say a mix between a bird and a feather, which, you know, makes sense. I really wanted the eyes to almost have like a bird-like quality to them. Very lifted, very feathery. And that's basically the main inspiration for today's look, keeping it quite monochromatic. And as you'll see, the colors pull really warm on Melissa, which is quite beautiful. I feel like that bronzer blush combo just almost looks like this tangerine, peachy, orangey blush, and I tied it in with the cheeks. And I just loved how the colors pulled on Melissa with her undertone. It almost looked very ethereal, very orangey in a way, and I enjoyed it. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video, and I can't wait to see you next week or in a couple of days. See you soon. Bye. Alright, so this is the stunning Melissa, and I'm just beyond excited to start this video because these tones on Melissa are perfection. But first, let's get into skin. The Guerlain Abeille Royale Youth Watery Oil Serum. This is such a powerhouse. I love using this all over the face. I love massaging the skin with this. It is just the perfect product for that. You can put it on the ends of your hair. I've put it all over the body. I mix it in with glowy products. I've used it on its own on shoots. It is just amazing. It's not oily, it's not sticky, it just melts into the skin, makes everything very bouncy and healthy and just glowy. And I'm very oily, so this really does wonders. And you know I'm a fan of skin prep, and just taking this time to really massage the skin and waking my models up and just making them feel at ease, we have to get into it. We have to get that blood circulation going, and it just feels so good and it relaxes me in return. I always say this, but it's true. And I always say that this is the step where I feel like I'm just looking at the model for the first time. So I'm really also kind of cheating and taking the time to just look at her face, notice her features, figure things out, and it always works. Next, I'm going in with eye cream. This is the Orchidée Impériale, the molecular concentrate eye cream. So beautiful. It really does feel incredible. And I'm going in with this first because, you know, I wanted to do its thing before having a layer of moisturizer on. Sometimes I forget to do this, but eye cream first and then moisturizer, so you kind of, you know, seal everything in. I always love to take this in between the brows, around the smile lines, around the mouth, and just target any areas that you would get a bit drier than normal or where you feel like you need a bit of a boost. I never put eye cream on lips, but someone told me that this is amazing for that, so I am trying it. Next, I'm going in with the new Orchidée Impériale, the Longevity Cream. Oh my god, this cream is just extremely luxurious. I have one that I just use on myself, and it cushions the skin, but it feels matte in a very interesting way. It's not a matte moisturizer, but it just creates this velvet cocoon all over the skin, and it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. I'm applying this all over. I can never just go straight in with eyeshadow. I don't think I could ever do that, so I am going in with a base. You can mix a concealer, you can mix a cream shadow, so do whatever you feel like works best, even an eyeshadow primer. But this is crucial. I feel like it really makes a difference in how your eyeshadows stick and how they go on and how they blend. But I will say that after you do this, even with my color fluids, I love to do a set like after I'm done. I think it does make a big difference. So prime the eyes before eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, I'm going in with the Ombres G eyeshadow palette from Guerlain, and this is the Birdy Beige. Going in with that beigey, warm, toasty shade all over the crease. So basically I'm creating a hazy blend with this color. I am contouring the eye, but I'm not doing a defined contour. It's really blown out because, again, I feel like she has that lid space and I don't want to go subtle with this look, but I still want it to have that impact. So all over the eyes and underneath the lash line. And then I can start to clean up and figure things out. But I'm kind of seeing how far I can push this color, and it really does look beautiful. Very, very warm. Like I said in the intro, it's gonna look amazing. Then I'm going in with that darker brown, and now I'm starting to contour the eye in terms of creating a shape with the eyeshadow. So going in more of a classic wing, but then contouring closer to the lash line and focusing on that outer wing. It's not really a cut crease, but it's like a winged liner that goes into the crease. It's just, I wanted to create this lifted, feathery shape, and I feel like these tones just really work on grounding everything together. And taking that underneath the lower lash line with a smaller brush and creating kind of a double wing. Now the fun part is cleaning up with a Q-tip and that eye cream that I used earlier. So we're just moving things around, but this actually really works. I mean, eye cream is a great makeup toucher upper as you go. It does lift things off, obviously, so it's a nice way to clean your under eyes, especially after you've already done your skincare and you have that eye cream. You don't want to take it off with a micellar water because then what's the point? So using an eye cream is a great technique. It does get everything off, it cleans, it does the job. And then going back in with a pencil brush and that brown again. I'm going in with that beigey champagne sparkle shade, and I'm kind of testing out how far I want to take it. So going in with a light layer all over the lid and inner corners. I wanted a twinkle effect, but I'm kind of pushing it a bit further. It's really beautiful. It's almost like a lit from within sparkle. And I'm applying that with a packer brush and then tapping it on with my finger as well, just to give it that multi-dimension of different layers. I'm taking the brown on the inner corners, just kind of tightlining with it as an initial step to see, how far I want to take this shape. And I do really love this. So because I do love it, I'm going in with a more permanent solution, which is the liquid liner. This is such a beautiful liquid liner. It is the Mad Eyes liquid liner in brown. And I'm creating a really tight chocolate wing all over and going into the inner corners and then going underneath the lower lash line wing to really, create that crisp edge. Melissa has such beautiful skin. It's a crime to cover this up, but again, we're enhancing. So I am going in with the Terracotta foundation. This is the first one they did, which is more of this perfected, luminous matte, just comfortable finish. But I do want to kind of retain that porcelain look she has. I don't want to add gloss. I don't want to add a different texture. Just basically perfecting things around and cleaning up around the edges, where we've done the eyes. You do need more of a perfected base with this look because we did go quite dramatic on the eyes, which again is very easy because Melissa has great skin. I love to tap with my fingers in areas that I feel like, you don't want it to be too much around the forehead, around the eyes. And then taking the Terracotta Concealer as a match and going into the center of the face. Again, this is more to just clean up and lift any minor shadows. And these are both in the shade 0.5N, which is more of a neutral undertone. Because if you notice, Melissa is very fair, but she has almost like a yellowy olive undertone. And I'm blending this in with a fluffy brush. It's so crazy how when you blend and perfect around the eyes, they just really pop and it just completes a look. And I don't know how you've been feeling lately, but I really like concealer to match the skin tone. Like I love a tone on tone. I mean, brightening up is nice, but I've just really been enjoying a skin tone concealer that's on the same level as your skin tone. So not lighter, if that makes sense. Filling in the brows very softly. This is the Brow G pencil in blonde. I just really wanted to follow her natural shape and fluff them up without it being too dramatic, because if I do gel them up, it's going to be a bit much. I just think this shape is perfect. And add layers of mascara with the Noir G mascara in brown. No fake lashes, just a beautiful coat of brown. This is the Terracotta Peacock bronzer, such a beautiful bronzer, and I'm really glad that's an overspray of gold because the center is a blush. So what's beautiful about that initial overspray is it does give you that beautiful sheen, but again, the color of this bronzer on Melissa, I was a bit taken aback because I'm like, oh, that's quite an orangey color on her, but as soon as it tied in with the eyes, I just instantly knew that it was gonna look so good on her. I would treat this as a blush on Melissa, not as a bronzer, because I mean, it is a duo, so the center of the Peacock bronzer is a blush, and it just looks so good with her hair coloring, with her eye color, and with the eyeshadow look that we've done. Stunning. I'm further enhancing that with one of my favorite blushes ever. This is the Guerlain Terracotta blush in Pearly Beige. This is the lightest one, so I think it's 00. So stunning. It adds a beautiful sheen on the cheeks. A touch of a beigey blush color. I love it. I use it as a topper. I use it underneath blush. I use it on, a bit all over the high points of the face. It is an incredible slept-on product. And another absolutely stunning compact. This is the limited edition. I mean, all of them are limited edition, but this is the Phoenix Meteorites powder. I'm obsessed with anything Phoenix, so this collection really does something to me, and I just love it. This Meteorites powder is so beautiful. It has hints of gold. It has hints of like a pinky cranberry and a pearl, but it's very universal. It goes on super sheer and it perfects the skin. It just gives you this majestic glow. It's so good as a finishing powder. I just think it does something very special to the skin, and I love using this on the collarbone. It just, when you see it in person, it gives you this filtered but blurred look. I love it. I'm also applying this down the neck and on the collarbone. I really think it gives a very pretty glow. You'll get to see it as she turns. I'm lining her lips with the Contour G lip pencil in 1, and this is a pinky nude, definitely more on the pink side, because Melissa has very pale lips, and I like that because you can kind of cheat and play around the lip shape, which, I'm not going to do dramatically, but I feel like with this eye look, we can go more glam. And of course, the star of the show, the Rouge G lipstick, and this is the Songbird case. Absolutely stunning. This is also in one of my all-time favorite colors. This is number 11, Le Beige Noisette. It is just this beautiful cushiony satin shade that just glides on the lips and perfects them. And I love that there's just a hint of pink and then the rest is quite toasty nude that really complements the eyes and ties the entire look together, I feel. Love. And that is the perfect finish to Melissa's look. I'm really happy with this lip because I wanted to go a bit darker, but I'm very, very happy with this. And Melissa looks absolutely stunning. I enhanced a bit of her beauty marks and freckles as well, which is an amazing trick. I love doing that. It just freshens up the whole look. And that is my final Majestic Feathers look on Melissa. I really hope you enjoy watching this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I definitely loved filming this. I loved creating this look, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.